Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this annual council meeting. Almighty God, we pray for your blessing upon this council. Help and prosper its work for the advancement and benefit of its people, so that peace and happiness, unity and justice may be established among us all. Amen. Manningham Council acknowledges the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung people as the traditional owners of lands and waterways now known as Manningham. Council pays respect to elders past, present and emerging and values their ongoing contribution to enrich and appreciate the cultural heritage of Manningham. Manningham Council acknowledges Australia's First Peoples as traditional owners of lands and waterways across country and encourages reconciliation between all. Manningham Council also values the contribution made to Manningham over the years by people of diverse backgrounds and cultures. Good evening and welcome to everybody in the gallery. I love having a full gallery, and also welcome to those who may be joining us online to observe tonight's proceedings. In particular, I would like to acknowledge the following members of the gallery. We have Ron Kitcheman, OAN JP, former Mayor, Councillor and holder of Key to the City. Thank you for joining us, Ron. We have Dot Haynes, OAM, former Councillor. Thank you for joining us, Dot. We also have Mike Zafiropoulos, AM JP, former Councillor. Thank you for joining us, Mike. We're also pleased to welcome recipients of the Manningham Community Awards, including Selena Lung from the Chinese Senior Citizens Club of Manningham, who had the Ageing Well Award. Thank you, Selena. Kimon Pappas from the Bulleen Tennis Club, who had the Active Community Award. Thank you, Kimon. Grant Purdy from Warrandyte Arts Association for the Artistic Achievement Award. Thank you, Grant. Leon Moore, Manningham Citizen of the Year, and Doreen Stowe's Excellence in Volunteering Award. And Noisha Cardamengelo, Young Achiever of the Award. Thank you for joining us too. So tonight's meeting is being held for the purpose of electing the Mayor and Deputy Mayor. Item number 2, apologies. Councillors, please note that Councillor Mayne has submitted an apology and will not be attending tonight's meeting. Item number 3, mayoral term. Before the Mayor can be elected, Council is required to determine the length of the term, 1 or 2 years. Councillors, can I please have a motion to determine the length of the mayoral term?
Madam Mayor, I move that Council determine the Mayor to be elected for a 1-year term.
Thank you, Councillor Lang. Do I have a seconder?
Madam Mayor, I second the motion.
Thank you, Councillor Bain. Councillor Lang, would you like to speak to the motion?
No, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Councillor Bain, would you like to speak to the motion?
No, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Do I have any other speakers? I'll put that to a vote. All those in favour? And that's carried unanimously. Our next item, election of Mayor, will be chaired by the Chief Executive Officer pursuant to section 25(3) of the Local Government Act 2020 and in accordance with Manningham's governance rules. I'll now hand over to Mr Andrew Day. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, Mayor. I would now like to invite nominations for the position of Mayor for 25-26 years. Do I have a nomination? Thank you, Councillor.
CEO, I'd like to nominate Councillor Grievous for the position of Mayor for the 25-26 year.
Thank you, Councillor Goff. Do I have a seconder? Thank you, Councillor Chen.
I would like to second the nomination.
Thank you. Are there any further nominations for Mayor? If there are no further nominations for Mayor, it is my pleasure to declare Councillor Jim Grievous duly elected as the Mayor for 2025-2026. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr Sear. Thank you, councillors. I will move to item number 5. Which is the congratulatory motion.
Mayor, I'd like to move a congratulatory motion, and on behalf of the council and the residents of the city of the municipality of Manningham, congratulations be extended to you for this term.
Thank you, Councillor Goff. Do I have a seconder?
Yes, I would like to second.
Thank you, councillors. Would the mover like to speak?
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Congratulations on attaining the position here. You jumped back into our lives with an 8-year, I think it was, departure from Manningham, and boy, did you hit the road running hard, hey? I don't know that there'd be a week that Councillor Grievous wasn't at a function, taking photos and getting around to all of these things. And in fact, he's everywhere, Mr. Everywhere all the time, and getting around with the community. Jim, you bring a lot of, I suppose, you do bring wisdom, but you also bring fun and a bit of hilarity into things. You include people and you're very approachable. And they're the things that a community can look up to, is a person that is, I suppose, able to relate to the people and talk to the people and take their concerns and deal with them. And you've shown in the past, and you'll show, I'm sure, for this year, a fantastic ability to do those things, to actually bring our communities together and work together as we should. It's going to be an exciting year. It's probably going to be a difficult year, because every year is difficult, and it can be an exhausting year. And I don't know how the tax department now are going to actually get enough tax in, because you'll be spending a lot more time here than doing your job. But look, you know, on behalf of, I suppose, the councillors, everyone, really, it is fantastic. Congratulations. And we all look forward to working with you in the upcoming year. We've got away to a good start here for this 4-year term, and it'll be really good. And all of us will sure to get behind you and work well together as a group. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Goff. Would the seconder like to speak?
I certainly would like to speak, our new mayor. And I can't use Councillor Goff's words, you jump back to our lives, because I only worked with you for 1 year. But I have met you at a lot of functions, events, that is made me feel that I have known you for a long, long time. And I really look forward to working with you, and I believe that you can bring a lot of experiences, a lot of laughter, and make the difficult time easier for us all. But I just want to ask a favor, and I know that you love jokes, and I really love some explanation about your jokes, and I know that some jokes is very hard to take. So anyway, please, well, I look forward to less jokes, if that's possible. But in the meantime, welcome, and I can't wait to work with you as a new mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Chen. Are there any other speakers? Councillor Diamante.
So yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's wonderful to have you in the role. I concur with Councillor Goff and Councillor Chen. It's like you've, when you come back in, you've just brought a huge amount of personality, a ray of sunshine. It's been an absolute delight. I mean, I've known you in other circles, but it's been an absolute delight to work with you. You do bring humour, and yeah, you do bring a few dad jokes. No criticism for any of the fathers here that may also have dad jokes. And it's great. I mean, you do lighten the mood, but you've also been a really good supporter. There have been some difficult times this year, and I said before, I can't go without talking about the North East Link, and you've been a great supporter for some really difficult impacts to residents, and for that I've been really grateful. And I'm looking forward to seeing you really blossom as mayor. I think you'll bring all your passion and support for the community and your experience. And I think it's going to be a great opportunity for council. So congratulations.
Are there any other speakers? Councillor Knee.
Thank you. Councillor Grievous, I'd just like to congratulate you on becoming mayor. I know that you have a genuine commitment to efficiency, to transparency, to standing by us as councillors and driving and supporting each one of us, because we all represent our community. And I know you care very deeply about your community, as do we all, and you support all of us in caring about the whole community. So I really look forward to your leadership. I also look forward to your passion about community infrastructure and your passion towards having financial stability for Manningham and those things that you're looking to drive to, and how we can support you and work together. So I'm really looking forward to the year ahead. Congratulations, and may you enjoy every moment of it, as well as with your family as well.
Thank you, Councillor Knee. Are there any other speakers? Councillor Taha.
Thank you so much, Mayor Grievous. I just wanted to say congratulations, warm congratulations to the role. I believe that you are very passionate about ensuring the organisation does its best and lives up to its values, so I believe that you'll be very dedicated and focused to that across the next year. I didn't have a chance to know you in another world. I've only gotten to know you this year, and I thank you very much for the support you offered me. It's my first year on council, especially through some testing times in our neighbouring wards. So I just wanted to wish you all the best, and I'm sure that you will bring a lot to the role, including your jokes, but a lot of gusto and a lot of passion. And thank you for putting your hand up for the position, because I know it's one that takes a lot of dedication. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Are there any other councillors who would like to speak? Councillor Conlon.
Thanks, Mayor, and welcome to being Mayor. It's been great to work with you on the Library Board, actually, and see your passion for making sure things are done well, and in terms of delivering a great service for the community. I know that's where your passion is, and it's been great to catch up at all those events and see how you interact with the community, and no doubt that's going to continue. And I don't really have any advice except you've got to look after your family as well. So that's my takeaway. So cheers.
Thank you, Councillor. Are there any other councillors who would like to speak? Then I'll put the motion. All those in favour? That's carried unanimously. Mr. CEO, of course you can say a few words.
Thank you for allowing me to interrupt, Mayor. Appreciate that. I promise I won't do it too often. I did want to congratulate you on behalf of the organisation as well. You've heard your councillors speak about you. There's no doubt you are going to bring a tremendous amount of energy to the role. We know that already, but also I am very, very sure you will also bring a lot of vision, some ideas, but most importantly will continue to be community focused as well. I'm sure we'll hear a lot about it's all about community at the end of a lot of sentences that we hear from you, as well as call me Jim. I'm sure there'll be plenty of that as well. We are looking forward to working with you. It's been 12 months. We hadn't worked together before. Been 12 months, and I do know that your passion for community is incredible. It's fantastic to see your family here as well, your parents, Rayleigh's mums, your kids all here, and that tells us a lot about your passion for family and also community as well. I can guarantee you, organisationally, we will hook in behind you, very quickly understand what your priorities are. I've no doubt you will keep us focused on community, keep us focused on the council plan, keep us focused on delivery as well, and we would expect that. We really hope that you enjoy the time. As Councillor Diamanti will say, it moves very, very, very quickly. As Councillor Conlon said, you've got to look after your family, look after yourself, and we are there to help you do that as well. But most importantly, we hope you enjoy your 12 months as Mayor, and congratulations.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Thank you. I'll move on to item number 6. Sorry. Yep. Response from newly elected mayor. I believe that's me. Fellow councillors, thank you for the great honour of allowing me to represent our community as Mayor of Manningham City Council. Let me begin, first of all, by acknowledging our former Mayor, Deidre Diamante, and our Deputy Mayor, Andrew Collin. Deidre, you've set a high standard in our first year. Your dedication, your insight, and collaborative leadership have guided this council group through its formative term. We thank you sincerely for your service during the year. And Andrew, you've been a committed and supportive Deputy Mayor, and we're grateful for your contributions throughout the year. So please, ladies and gentlemen, can you please join me in a round of applause for Deidre and Andrew for their outstanding work during the year. Councillors, it's a privilege to be elected Mayor of the city and to serve our vibrant community. With this privilege comes responsibility. As custodians of Manningham, we must ensure that we leave our city in a stronger, more inclusive and better prepared for future generations. Manningham is a harmonious and inclusive and safe community. We know that because we can see that. And we're committed to sustainable growth, well-being and innovation. We celebrate our diversity and natural environment, and we foster connections that enrich our lives of all those who work and live here. We strive to be a financially sustainable council that listens, that consults, and that acts with integrity and transparency. But at the heart of everything we do is our community. Whether it's our senior citizens groups, their multicultural organisations, sporting clubs, or any other community group across Manningham, including all our residents. As a famous song says, we are one, but we are many. In the coming year, we'll work to advance key priorities, strengthening community engagement, enhancing sustainability initiatives, and supporting local businesses and innovation. As we look ahead, I also recognise there will be challenges before us. Together, we will face them with shared purpose, respect, and unity. Councillors, I look forward to working collaboratively with each of you in the year ahead, continuing to build a legacy that we can all be proud of. I also want to acknowledge and thank our CEO, Andrew, along with the executive team and all the council officers. Your leadership, expertise and ongoing commitment are essential to the success of our council and the well-being of our community. Andrew, I look forward to working closely with you and your team to help us as councillors and make Manningham an even better place to live and enjoy. And of course, I want to thank my family, Mum and Dad, who are here tonight, my future mother-in-law, who's here tonight as well. And I must say that a special mention to my mum, because she turned 90 yesterday. She's going to get me. And also Dad, who's here, who turned 90 in September. So thank you for all your support. To my amazing partner, Riley, thank you for your unwavering support. And to our children, Tia, who's watching online, hi Tia, Eva and Nathan, who are here, probably a little bit embarrassed by me calling their names out. Thank you for being part of the journey. But I'm looking forward to a great year ahead. And I will leave you with this thought from Helen Keller. Alone, we can do so little, but together, we can do so much. Thank you. Okay, item number 7, the election of our Deputy Mayor. I will now call for nominations for the position of Deputy Mayor for 2025 and 26. Do I have nomination?
I would now like, it's my pleasure to declare or to nominate Councillor Diamante as our elected Deputy Mayor for 2025 and 26.
Thank you, Councillor Blake. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Condon. Are there any further nominations for Deputy Mayor? As there are no further nominations, I duly declare Councillor Diamante as elected as the Deputy Mayor for 2025-26. Congratulations. Item number 8, acknowledgement of outgoing Mayor. Before we conclude tonight's meeting, I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge our outgoing Mayor, Councillor Deidre Diamante. Councillors, do I have a mover for this motion?
I'd like to move that motion, thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Conlon. Do I have a seconder?
I'd like to second the motion.
Thank you, Councillor Lang. So, Councillor Conlon, would you like to speak to the motion?
I would like to speak to the motion. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Councillor Diamante, Deputy Mayor, whatever I'm going to call you right now. But you've done. It's been a great year, and I'd say on behalf of all of us, well done, because it's not a mean feat to be able to bring all the people together to work really well together, and you've really led that, as Jim mentioned, with the collaborative leadership. It's been great. I've loved the way you've really put the community first, as Jim has said, but the way you've led discussions, which people wouldn't be privy to, and the way you've had a great input into that has been really key, I think, to the way we've managed to make decisions. The ERG, I've got to mention the ERG because the ERG, for those who don't know, is Eastern Region Group of Councils, and finally we're getting somewhere in terms of, I think, something meaningful coming out of that group in terms of future ways that that group can work together in terms of efficiencies and shared services and such. So well done on that, and because you chaired that, and that was and you did a great job of that as well. We've come a long way in terms of advocacy. When I first started on council, we didn't even have an advocacy list. But I think in this, over the last year in particular, you've done a great job of honing that in and bringing us all along the journey and giving us plenty of input into that key list, and also all the work you've done in terms of actually knocking on people's doors and having those valuable meetings with the right people. So. And that's an ongoing journey. So, and I hope that, it'd be great as you're the deputy mayor for that to continue on, for those relationships to continue. The council plan is the first year's big job, and you did really well at bringing us all together. And I think we've got a really good, solid council plan. There's always going to be pet projects that we're all going to want to sort of adjust along the way, but it's a really good starting point, and that, along with the budget, are the key documents that you've really led well. I think my understanding, or my feeling around the community is that you're very well respected as the mayor. A lot of people have mentioned to me how great you are as a mayor, and I think that's very broad, that appreciation. So on behalf of my fellow councillors, I do thank you for the time you've put in, for the sacrifice you've made, with your family time, etc. And I'm sure they'll be happy to have you back almost full time as you go forward. But it is a real sacrifice, and we appreciate that what you've done for Manningham and what you've done for us as a group of council. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Lang, would you like to say a few words?
I would, thank you. I would like to begin by congratulating both Councillor Deidre Diamante and Councillor Connellan for their mayoralship team for 2024 to 25. Councillor Diamante, you continue to show a strong commitment to collaboration. We saw that in the council plan, where you made sure that all of our voices were heard, and you continually checked in to make sure that that council plan was ours and that things weren't missed. And that's really important as we set the direction for the next 4 years. You were very inclusive, and your collaboration was brilliant, so thank you. You also strongly support outcomes for your residents, and that is evident in your advocacy for North East Link, and I hope that never stops. But you,
The project starts.
Yes, I know. But I hope your advocacy for their voice and the impacts that they are feeling never stops, because you were their rock when they needed it. So well done. I also wanted to congratulate you on the depth of understanding that you took in of local government, working with the ERG and driving that to support local government in general. It wasn't just about what was best for Manningham residents, it was what was best for our region, which was consequently for Manningham residents. So thank you for your work in that area. You continue to champion financial responsibility, community inclusion, and a multicultural, harmonious Manningham. So thank you for being those drivers in our first year of a new 4-year term and plan, and well done. You should be very proud.
Are there any other speakers?
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to also just acknowledge the outgoing Mayor. Deirdre, I speak from the perspective of a new councillor, and I just want to thank you so much for your kind induction. I always found you very approachable. I think you have a lot of integrity, very fair. I always enjoyed our conversations. So just want to congratulate you for all of your hard work. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Bain. Are there any other speakers? Councillor Otaho.
Thank you so much, Mayor Grievous. I also wanted to say a big thank you to former Mayor Diamante, now Deputy Mayor, and also Councillor Condon for the work that he did in supporting as Deputy Mayor. It is, it's obviously my first time on council, it is a much more involved role than I think I knew it to be, and that probably most people realise, and I think there is an extreme amount of commitment that you make to the position, and you certainly set a high expectation of what I deem the role to be as Mayor, so good luck to you, Councillor Grievous, on that. But no, you did it very well with grace, and it's clear that you love the position and your dedication to it, and I really enjoyed all the sort of work that we did together and the approach that we took collaboratively, because you are very good at chairing our meetings and ensuring things get done and get done productively. So thank you for your service to the community in that capacity, and also to Councillor Conlon for your role in supporting the Mayor as Deputy. So thank you.
Are there any other councillors who'd like to speak? Councillor Chen.
Firstly, I would like to congratulate the elected Deputy Mayor, Councillor Diamante, but also I want to thank you, Deputy Mayor, the former Deputy Mayor, Andrew Collin, and also our former Mayor, Councillor Diamante, for your services for the whole council, for the whole community during the 2024-25 financial year. And I believe that as a Deputy Mayor, now you have to switch your role, and I truly believe that you can perform your Deputy Mayor truly and profoundly as a trusted partner to support our Mayor. And so I look forward to a very, very good partnership between you two, and look forward to working with you as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Chen. Are there any other speakers? Councillor Goff.
Yes, I would like to actually thank Deirdre for her work this year. On behalf of the Boland Ward people and everyone in that area that I represent, you were a great support on a number of issues in our area, and the community has appreciated the work you've done. There's areas with the North East Link that can start off with noise, and it can start off with light, and all sorts of things. The big one, parking. We've got so many issues down there and along it, and there was a lot of work that I know that you were involved in working with different areas, different government bodies, and coordinating that and raising the public their issues to the right places. And there was a lot of work, and very, very thankful for that work that you have done, because I know with a lot of the parking stuff, I know what we've done to actually shake our organisation to get response for it. So congratulations for that, and congratulations on running a really good first year of a 4-year council, because this is the one that sets the scene for the rest of the years. It is the one that actually comes up with our 4-year plan, and it's the one that this council in its 4 years will be striving towards. Now, it's not your plan, because we all had part of it, and in fact, our community had a great role in putting stuff into that. So it's not a one thing. And I'll disagree with pet projects, because I don't believe in individual pet projects. So you just stick to the projects that we've got in our council plan and we'll all be fine. But no, thank you very much for the wonderful year that has got, and it's been excellent. Thank you.
Andrew, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Councillor Diamanti, for another great 12 months, our second year together with you as Mayor. And it would be fair to say we both, have learnt a bit from the first time as well. I want to congratulate you, and I think your councillor colleagues have summed up your contribution incredibly well. Your passion for advocacy, whether it be Aqua Arena or Fireways or the like, the way that you've kept us focused on that advocacy agenda as an organisation has been incredibly impressive. Your councillor colleagues have touched on the North East Link, and that I know will be an ongoing passion of yours. And it isn't about the project itself, it's actually about the community impact the whole way along. And what I would say is it's a great privilege as CEO to see the work that happens behind the scenes that a lot of community members don't see, about getting out on site and having a look at the impact, whether it's tree loss or dust or noise or light that community were experiencing. It wasn't just a case of reading the emails and firing it off to officers and saying, can we do anything about this? It was actually about getting down there on site and really genuinely understanding what the impacts were on community. So, I really want to highlight that, not just as championing the issue, but really understanding the issue and showing the community you care. Incredibly impressive. Also, as CEO, you get to see the number of community events that mayors go to, and you leaned into absolutely everything. It feels like every Friday when I said, what have you got on this weekend? About 10 minutes later, I got out of the office finally to start my weekend more often than not. And again, that shows commitment to community. And the one thing that we always spoke about, and certainly, something that I'm sure you'll understand, Mayor Grievous, is the value that people place on the Mayor coming along to their events, on the Mayor being present, on showing community respect for the work that they do in their community or the events that they're celebrating. And I know you were acutely aware of that, and it was always incredibly impressive from my perspective as well. I know the organisation valued the way that you went about things, empowering the organisation, challenging the organisation, but always being respectful of the organisation. You spend a lot of time as Mayor engaging with officers, working through the issues on behalf of your councillor colleagues with officers, and I know that they always felt incredibly comfortable going into the mayoral office and picking apart sometimes some really challenging issues with you. From my perspective as CEO, the value that you get from a mayor is the ability for the mayor to know their councillors, the ability for the mayor to understand each of the councillors' perspectives, not 100%, but certainly having a really good idea and being a really good barometer. And the value that brings to us organisationally for community members is when we are talking about bringing reports to council, bringing challenging matters up before the council, to be able to walk into the mayor's office and get a really good feel about the things that we need to be aware of that community are telling councillors is incredibly valuable. And I know you spent a lot of time talking to councillors individually, picking up the phone when there were really challenging issues so we could get those insights and do better for community. So thank you. Thank you to Marcello and the family as well. And Ava's doing year 12 as well. I think Nathan is as well. So you get mum back mostly because she's going to be deputy mayor as well. It did go quickly, but I know the pressure that places on family as well. So we thank you for that, and thank you for a fantastic year on behalf of the organisation.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. Councillor Diamanti, I look forward to working with you in the new year. it would be great collaboration and continuing on the work, the advocacy work that we're doing, to have you there and assist me through my role as well. So I look forward in everything that you bring to the table as a Deputy Mayor, and look forward for this council to go forward. So thank you. Would you like to say a few words as an outgoing Mayor?
Of course, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's very humbling to hear all those words, so thank you, and congratulations again, Mayor Grievous. And thank you also, councillors, for your support in voting me as Deputy Mayor. It has been a great privilege to work as Mayor in the City of Manningham. As you all know, Manningham has been my home for almost 50 years. And I know I look young, but that is what it is. But as a councillor and a mayor, my number one goal has, and it will always be, that Manningham is a place that I remember and that I love, and that Manningham will be a place that my children and my grandchildren will know and love. In a recent radio interview, I was actually asked what I believe Manningham will look like in 10 years. And in my answer, I said, of course there will be changes. We'll have more developments. We'll probably, more likely, have some higher density in areas. I believe we'll have enhanced green space and enhanced tree canopy as well. But I also know for sure that Manningham will retain its culture that it has had for those 50 years that I've lived here. We may be a city of almost 130,000 people, but across Manningham, we have a village feel. We have a beautiful community of people that lean in and they support one another. We have an amazing network of volunteers and community organisations whose number one priority is to look after people, to provide that safety net, to care for others. We have multiple towns and activity centres where people know each other and people know each other's names. And these aspects of Manningham are so special, and it's what I love the most about Manningham, even more than our trees. I love that culture of Manningham. So I want to thank this beautiful Manningham community for supporting me and also for encouraging me during my time as Mayor. As Mayor, when I came in as Mayor, I spoke about 4 priorities. Yes, the North East Link advocacy, advocating for our multicultural community, supporting the work of our Healthy Ageing unit, and also delivering a business hub and supporting our local businesses. We've heard about NELP already tonight. As I said, it's rare for me not to mention it. It's been massive. The impact within Manningham has been massive. When Councillor Goth spoke well about the impact from contractors parking, and that still continues. As the freeway widened around Bulleen and Doncaster, there's been significant impacts to residents along Willow Bend, Estelle Street, Eyre Street, Hender Street, Sargent Street. I've tried to work really hard to represent their interests, and I thank the officers for their unending support, and also for our CEO in working with the CEO of the North East Link. And often I say, Andrew, please, can you just have a chat to them, because this is really bad. I went to Sargent Street 2 weeks ago and I had tears in my eyes. Like, the impact for these residents is very real. So I take that advocacy role really, really, really seriously. And the good news of the North East Link is a lot of it's in my ward, so I'll be continuing to advocate for that. In terms of the multicultural community, Manningham is home to people from 99 countries, which is just extraordinary. I don't know if I could even list 99 countries, and it's what makes Manningham so vibrant. However, our multicultural community has been impacted by a number of tragedies unfolding overseas over the last few years, and so many of our community have been impacted in many different ways. And I've welcomed the opportunity as the Mayor to deepen our engagement with different multicultural community groups to understand how Council can better support them. And this includes working with our Multicultural Advisory Committee, which I've really cherished, and hopefully be more constructive in building deeper engagement with these multicultural communities. On to healthy ageing. In Manningham, almost a third of our residents are over the age of 60, and this number will increase by 2034. Sadly, our rate of dementia will increase by 104%. So we need to continue to work to grow the work and prominence of our Healthy Ageing Unit. I've been so proud of their work. It's such a tiny unit, but they've done so much in promoting seniors' activities, seniors' events, the community bus, dementia awareness, and also helping seniors navigate my aged care. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this group continues to thrive. And local business support. So we may not have seen the business hub this year, but I'm really excited to know that it's coming to Manningham next year. As a small business owner, I know how lonely it can be running a business, so I'm looking forward to this as an opportunity to drive collaboration and cooperation for businesses. And I want to congratulate our economic development team for a huge year in supporting trader groups and businesses and the Manningham Business Network. It's been really inspiring to watch. I have also used the mayoral platform to speak to our young people about the importance of democracy, and that's been something that I've loved doing. This is a nerdy comment, I know, but one of the reasons I love being a councillor is I love seeing democracy in action. I love seeing 9 people around the table with different voices and different opinions to make a decision. And so I love speaking to school children about the beautiful value of us being a democracy. We hold mock council meetings. It's been great. We even had the Governor-General on the screen today, and for 15 minutes I had the delight in calling her Councillor Moyston as we had a debate on a BMX bike track. But Her Excellency was wonderful in joining us. When visiting schools, I use it as a chance to look at community engagement. I asked them how, if they had council's budget, how they would prioritise spending, and it's been an absolute joy. In the 5 or 6 schools I've been to, they've always rated funding for programs to support our older adults as number 1. And that's been amazing, and it's always been more than funding playgrounds or sports fields. Number 2 has sort of altered between looking after pets or looking after the environment, which are both still pretty awesome. Sadly, for our city services group, the least preferred option is putting money into our drainage and roads, but they are still just children. So that's just one way of engaging with community, which I've loved. And I do need to thank our community panel, and we've got one of our best supporters in the back. It never misses a council meeting. Thank you. There was, for those of you that don't know, we had more than 35 people come together from October until February this year, October last year to February this year. They donated so many of their hours and their intelligence to come up with 14 recommendations and a minority report that informed our council plan, and I'm so pleased to say that we took on all of those recommendations in full. So a huge thank you to our community panel for all of their time and involvement. And yes, as the Mayor, I've really enjoyed the advocacy, something that used to scare me, the ABC radio. I relish the opportunity to talk about our advocacy around the container deposit scheme and the 4th glass bin, of course, the North East Link, but also the huge amount of changes that have come within the planning environment. It's just been extraordinary, and our planning team have been amazing. The way that they have just grappled with the number of changes that continue to come through now with proposed changes to the Planning Act. They've been amazing, and I've loved to be able to support the group through the advocacy. And Andrew, the team have done it with such grace and such care. They really do care for a sustainable Manningham that meets both the community needs and the environment's needs, and they should be congratulated. And it has been a huge year for us as councillors in coming together and working on our 4-year council plan. I am really proud of what we have put together. We have worked collaboratively with one another. We even had to have a few meetings just ourselves to make sure that our infrastructure priorities were represented. I do believe it's well balanced and comprehensive, so thank you, councillors, and thank you also to the officers for leading through such a well-structured process. And while they're the bigger ticket items, we've done so much together. We've launched the Manningham Community Awards, we've had our seniors morning tea, we've finally, after a decade, launched the Jumping Creek Road project. We've started, implemented the cat confinement order. We've released the draft integrated water management strategy. So we've achieved so much, which may be why we all feel a little bit tired. But councillors, I've really enjoyed working with each of you. I generally recognise your strengths and insights, and I've really tried to use those as well. I believe we're a good council that makes good decisions because we respect each other and we respect our differing opinions. And I have strived to represent your interests as Mayor, and thank you for meeting with me regularly and sharing with all your ideas and challenges. As I said, you've all worked really hard and I know you're tired, but as I look towards the next 3 years, I can see a lot of that hard work playing off. We've set such a great foundation. And yeah, Councillor Gough, I agree with you. It's not about individual legacies or pet projects. It's about the legacy of Manningham Council and what we leave for our community. And I know we all believe that. And a special mention to Andrew Conlon. Thank you. As Deputy Mayor, I've really relied on your perspectives throughout the year, on your calm, cool intelligence. I've loved having opportunities to discuss issues with you and to have your support both in council and also the Eastern Region Group. I will miss working with you so regularly, Andrew. And in finishing, I want to acknowledge the CEO and the officers at Manningham. I have often reflected why we got such a stable council at Manningham, and I don't think it's coincidental that we also have an intelligent and calm and stable CEO in Andrew. It's no secret also that Andrew and I are both governance nerds, and this year Andrew and I were like two little kids in a lolly shop fronting up to the parliamentary inquiry on fraud and corruption control. But we loved it because it gave us the ability to speak about all the wonderful things that Manningham does. And Andrew, I've loved our conversations on governance and I've learnt so much from you, so thank you. We still must write that blog at some stage that we've discussed often. So thank you for your support throughout the year. And to Andrew Mack and to Karen and Carrie and Lachlan, I know you've just started, but the recently departed Lee and Jude and the managers and Tony McGann, who was excellent during the year. I've loved working with all of you, and I've listed so many activities and achievements, but not one of them could be done without the work of all of you. So thank you so much. One of the really sad aspects of stepping down as Mayor means that I don't just get to be part of the daily life of the organisation, and I'll really, really miss that. And I want to thank our function staff. I do spend a lot of time here. My family spend a lot of time here, and they always make me feel welcome. They're such a wonderful group of people. And finally, Courtney, I do adore you. You make it very easy for me to be the Mayor, and your support has extended far beyond administration. You're very intelligent, you're kind, and you're very strong, and you give me support when I'm not sure if I should do something, and you go, no, you should do it, you're the Mayor. So I absolutely love it. You're a huge asset to this organisation. I know you'll be an asset to Mayor Grievous. I really believe everyone should have a Courtney in their life. And also to Jodie and to Stacey and to Louise and Emmy, thank you always for stepping in. This team, they never say no. They're always so helpful and kind, and I'll really miss all of our interactions. And finally, yes, to my beautiful husband, my daughter who's about to finish Year 12, my son who's just started Year 7 this year, and also my daughter in Year 10. You do everything with no fuss. I know, Marcello, you're looking forward to sharing the cooking and probably the cleaning and also the pickups, and I'm really looking forward to spending more time with you all. So thank you, everybody.
So on behalf of everyone at Manningham City Council, for your term as Mayor, this is a small gift. Thank you. Thank you, Councillor De Monte. Councillors will now put the motion. All those in favour of the motion? All those against? The motion is carried unanimously, so thank you. Item number 9, the close of the meeting. There being no further business at tonight's agenda, I declare this meeting closed.